So I'm doing an unboxing. This is the instructions, and this is one of those poop. The you use this to put your feet up because they say that when you go to the bathroom, your feet shouldn't be flat on the floor. It should be kind of like your knees should be a little bit higher. So I'm gonna put this together. I'm gonna try it out. I'm not gonna show you as I try it out, but I will let you know what I think about it. Okay, so this is the after. It was not hard to put together. They give you the little tools. They give you this little thing. They give you the screws. Obviously, you just put it together. Um, it was easy. They also give you like this non-slip. They have 4 of them. And you put it on there. And these are the instructions. Super simple. I'll let you know. I know my daughter has something similar like this, not the exact same one. And she says that it really helps her go. So I'm going to try it out, guys. Let you know what I think.
All right.
I'm smart.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Discipline Therapy Podcast. I'm your host, E.O. Discipline, and alongside me is Suhey Sotomayor. We're back, and y'all are back, and y'all know what that means because y'all are fiends. So we're serving you your dose weekly of Discipline Therapy, where not everything is completely free, as we are on Patreon for a plethora of exclusive content for you to see. But what is free is judgment-free, sucker-free, censor-free, sensitive-free, and some liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite roll of blunt, but make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and sometimes vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here.
I also want to take this time out just to thank everybody for all the well wishes and the warm wishes for me and my family. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And also, there's a link in the descriptions on how to become part of our Patreon family and subscribe for exclusive content, bloopers, behind the scenes, Mr. E.L. Discipline solo lectures of Discipline Therapy Talk, his BDSM content, erotic posts and writings by Mr. Discipline, his masterclass and workshops, full videos. We also have some collaboration shows pertaining to sensitive topics such as sexual abuse, rape, domestic violence, transgender, children abductions, government conspiracy theories, and many, many more with myself and with Mr. E.L. Discipline. Once again, to become part of our Patreon family, that's patreon.com/The Discipline Therapy Podcast. We also have Mr. E.L. Discipline books that are available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Kindle. We have electric versions as well and more. Now, he has 7 published books, people. You can go and pick any one or all of them if you want. Once again, all the links are in the descriptions in the video. And for our online store, for our merch, that you can go to disciplinetherapy.launchcart.store/shop. We have some new gear that just hit each month. You want to go and check it out all and check it out. Check out all the different categories as well. Oh, and we're on major listening platforms as well, such as Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Deezer, Castbox, and many, 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 many more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are back for another thriller. Here you get those thought-provoking, conversation-stimulating, make you think twice, 3 times, 4 times, maybe question your existence.
Oh, man.
Topics for this particular podcast. All right, so season 15, episode 160. Should the woman tell the man what to do in the bedroom? At all. Sometimes. All the time. Take time to share. Dominant, submissive. Switch roles. First, we're going to talk about that. What do you think? What do I think? And then I'm going to get into certain statements and could agree, disagree.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think in a perfect world with perfect relationships, a woman wouldn't want to, or even think to tell, her partner what to do because she trusts that his word or anything else, then why would she have chosen him if she's not going to trust, him to lead her in every way? And I think that's why it's so important to vet the people that you're interested in, that you want to, obviously get to know better. Because if you can't trust your partner completely, that's where the struggle is, of not being able to, to let him lead completely. You don't trust he will do the right thing, so you try to take charge in those situations. That's what I think happens. So no, in the perfect world, I don't think a woman would want to do that anyway.
So it could happen. You know, should, I don't think so. So this is subjective answers. Once again, it could happen. Should it happen? I don't believe so. I'll reiterate. Now, you might get into certain circumstances, because we had this conversation in the Great Questions season premiere. It was like one of the last questions, how I believe that you should ask this during the dating process. Definitely not the first date. You're going to give the opposing person the wrong impression. Third date, could be 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Fourth date, definitely get into those kinks or fetishes. How do you like to have sex? Do you have any kinks or fetishes? Are you dominant or submissive? Now, this depends on if sex is an integral part in the relationship for you. If it's important, then those questions should definitely arise.
Definitely.
But you get into these circumstances, that's why I say it could happen, where a woman or man do not talk about those things, and now it is time to get it in, and it's just like he's kind of looking at you like, what you want to do? What you want to do? Like, what I'm saying? Just waiting, or it's like an unspoken thing. He's not taking initiative. He's not being aggressive. He's not initially going for the kiss, taking your clothes off or whatever. She's doing that because she sees that he's not doing it. He allows it. So it could. Should it? No, because it's the littlest things. Like me, I don't like to give women control in the littlest aspect, especially when I'm with them.
Like,
because
as a partner?
Yeah, because it goes to their head. They get used to it. Women and men are creatures of habit, but women more. Especially in a relationship, they're going to build an identity there. And I'm going to get into my experiences why I say this.
Okay.
Because I met a woman who, like, probably 2 in my life who did this. And I was like, stop it. I'ma stop. And I'm like, damn, that let me know that you do this to dudes there. But I'm going to talk about it. We just go like A, B, C first. So, this giving her the littlest control or letting her lead is just going to build major resentment. Right? Okay. So I'm saying don't allow her to make major decisions. That's a major decision. Sex is primitive. It is the most profound form of submission. Okay. If the woman is struggling in that aspect, 100% she's struggling in other aspects outside. Yeah. I could talk from experience. So, that is the most profound, because there has to be, for women, maybe not men, definitely not men. Gods and kings different, but women need prerequisites to submission. Trust, respect, I need to feel comfortable, all that. I need to like you in some aspect. Men don't have to feel comfortable. They don't have to like you. They just, the head on the bottom, pause. You know what I'm saying? Just get erect. And then that's the key for them. That's the prerequisite. Don't need to know what you do, your life, connection. They don't
even have to like you.
Yeah, most males, I'll say, not men.
Right.
They don't have to like you. Women need, like, you to warm up the engine. And part of that is mental stroking. Part of that is emotional stroking.
It should be.
Part of that is safety. All of those things are building sexual arousal and tension for the woman. So now, when you put her in this circumstance, she feels resentment. It's going to build that. It's also building an ego for the woman. She's not going to respect you. And I'm going to get into all of these things, or why it is the way it is. The bedroom is the tip of the iceberg, Most people won't admit this, but when the man can dominate the woman, whether it's sexually, psychologically, emotionally, or even physically, the woman automatically respects the man. This is what I'm getting to. She can sense authority, and the woman naturally respects and fears authority. If she dominates you in the bedroom, she views you as a simp. Facts. If she's constantly making decisions for you guys, she thinks of you as a simp. Now, this is why the respect and trust come into a factor. I'm going to ask you a question. Would you rather have a man who doesn't have experience in that regard or has experience in that regard, specifically in the sexual environment?
I'd rather have a man that has experience.
Why?
Because I think that a man should be more experienced than a woman.
Great. Can you expound? Because I'm thinking of something, but I don't want to answer for you. I'm thinking of something to answer for you that a lot of women think.
Because I'd say I consider if a man has a lot of experience, that means he knows how to pleasure you. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, but why won't you deal with the man who doesn't have experience versus the man who does more?
Oh, I don't want to have to teach anybody.
Yes, that's what I was going to answer for you earlier. That's what I was going to answer, but I didn't want to be presumptuous.
I got you, yes.
So what you did, because I read your mind and I was forcing to bring it out of you, what you said right there is what a lot of women won't do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get into the masculine women who are comfortable doing that. So boom, this is why most women would rather deal with the experienced guy versus the man who isn't experienced. And you will always hear most women, whether they're in their masculine and they are unaware of it, or they lying. Oh, well, if it's bad and he and guys, I'll teach him. I'll teach him. That's the masculine woman talking, or she's lying. Because she's trying to sound politically correct on camera, or even if y'all was on a date and she said this. So boom, I don't believe it to be true. This is where the respect play a factor. Women subconsciously, might not be consciously, subconsciously look at that specific environment or activity as men are notorious for doing that. You hear all the time, they can't keep it in their pants.
That's true. They'll fuck anything with a hole.
Yeah, so naturally the woman is just gonna expect, damn, you know how to do this more than me. You know how to do this more than me. The feminine woman may not articulate that. She's going to retain that information, but she's definitely thinking it. The masculine woman's going to verbally eviscerate you. She's going to verbally eviscerate you. She might not even think she's doing anything bad, but she just straight up. Her mouth is crazy. She can't control her mouth.
She's like, trash.
Yo, they were like, what are you doing? Why am I? She's going to eviscerate you. Why aren't you good at this? Like, what didn't happen?
Why I gotta show you? Yeah.
So this is building an ego for her. Now, when you can do that, that's why you see it most of the time, like these dudes who don't provide as much, but they do that well, those women hold them in high regard. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The fucking loser could get the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about that aspect or what's going on behind closed doors. But she actually respects him more than the guy that's the nice dude that's willing to do and pay for everything and do whatever, especially on the first encounter, didn't build anything with her.
Wants to wait to have sex.
Yeah, like this guy with her, she's not respecting. You know, she's not respecting. And if he has all these accolades, 6-pack, 6'5", money, and does all these things, and then when it comes down to that, and he a shrimp or he can't use it, right? He can't use it, make her nut, because most women, it's very difficult for them to come during penetration. Some of them like clit action. There's a lot of women probably in a city near you who never experienced an orgasm through penetration. They could look good as hell, and they ain't experiencing it. They sad. They ain't never experienced. They don't even know what it is.
That's
Play with
awful.
themselves after or whatever it is. They think they going through it, but they don't know their body. So now, it's the relationship changed for her now, because even though he got all this accolade, status, whatnot, stature, she's looking at it different because of that. So in this way of leading, I'm gonna talk about my experience. Then we're gonna get into the next bullets because we don't really have that much bullets.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that a woman who says that, oh, I'll just teach him, do you think that she thinks that's coming across as confident? Oh, I'll teach him.
She's trying to save face.
Okay.
So when you ask a woman, because she don't want to, okay, you put a woman in a hole, one or the other. They're almost both bad. You put her in a hole and she doesn't want to go with the poly choice. So you could say something like he pays 100% of the bills, but he ain't faithful. Or this, I saw a meme video actually. It was like with written words on it. The broke dude with good dick. Pause. The rich guy bad at sex. Which one you taking? The woman's struggling. She's going to the rich guy, but then she's like, wait. She's going to the rich guy, but wait. And then she goes with the poor good dick. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the reality is the woman that got her own money, so the man come in with money,
She don't need him.
she no. Because now she looking at it like I got my own bread. So I needed the man to do that. So now I want love. Now I want the good sex. Now I want this, that, the emotion, the attention, whatever. You know, making sure that, you know, I'm the center of his attention. Now she want that because I make my own. Shit, I make 6 figures too. So you bringing that, I'm not really looking to build or whatever. Because if you can't do this and also touch the woman emotion and give me affection and stuff of that nature and great sex, you know, making me see stars, soul out of body experiences, I'm kind of lost in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to engage 100% there and just build and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's a younger woman with money.
Yeah.
She gonna be thinking, I ain't fucking 70. Well, we not gonna have to do that or whatever. Then I could fucking think about building and shit. But no, I need that sometimes too. So now the woman, even if she doesn't have much, see how that's crazy? Even if she doesn't have much, she's gravitating towards the guy that, you know, is building sexual tension there. And then she gonna like work with it. Oh, well, let's build together. Well, I'll do this. I'll part of it. I'll
pay your bills.
I'll help. You know what I'm saying? So in regards, right, the woman who is saying, I'll get back to your question, I'll teach him, it's like 100% faithful or pay all the bills. No, 100%. Yeah, 100% faithful or pay all the bills.
Oh,
and not faithful.
Guys. Got you. Okay.
So now the woman's kind of like, well, no, I don't like a cheater. I don't blah 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 blah. So I'll go with that. She's lying. She's 100% lying. Well, what if it's not good? Oh, I'll teach them. Lies. 100% lies. So most women, about 99%, are gonna choose the 100% pay the bills.
Oh,
because
100%.
subconsciously they already know men are not born monogamous. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's that in that regard. Now, the masculine women and the feminine women.
Yeah.
The masculine women is going to feel comfortable taking charge, especially in the bedroom. Some dudes today like that.
Yeah.
And they don't realize these terms. They're unaware of this energy. You know what I'm saying? You hear you got, well, you know, I would like wifey to take more initiative in the bedroom. That's him indirectly saying, I would want you to get more on your masculine. The masculine energy is the penetrator, metaphorically. And literally, the feminine receives.
Yeah, but do you think that the men, when they say that, is because, their women or their girlfriends, their wives or whatever, don't make them feel like, you know, like wanted, like she wants me, like I'm not hot, you know? Am I making sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Does that make them a simp though? Like if they're like, damn, I mean, why don't you try something on me first too? I want to feel like you want me.
Yeah, it does.
Really?
And this is my opinion only.
Yeah.
It might not be true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think that does make them a simp?
Because, like, that's like me saying to a woman that I'm dating or is mine, a sub, you know, I always pick out where we're going to eat. why don't you do that? The only exception is if it's my birthday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you planning something and stuff like that, I'm planning this, and that for you. That's once a year. It's not gonna be the whole thing. Like, okay, you spoiled me today. You treated me like a king. You even paid for dinner. And then we having a nightcap, and it's like you doing that too. No. Me, no.
Oh, her to you. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the bedroom, I always say this. It reveals who you really are. You got the powerful, dominant governors who dominate on the day-to-day, sign off on everything on the day-to-day, delegate tasks on the day-to-day. They're dominant. But when they go home and say, I want to be spanked, put this back, stick this back here, da-da-da-da-da, let me watch you and another man, cuckold, let me tie me up, dominate, take. That's their true nature. I'm not shaming.
Right.
But he's submissive because that mask, he's doing it for certain reasons. Bills to pay. He ain't really comfortable in that position of authority. Bills to pay. So I need to make the most money. Got 2 households, babies. I need to do this. It ain't specifically for him. It's because of the circumstances or the lifestyle he built that he got to maintain. But the man who's comfortable in doing that goes home and dominates too. That's how you know he's comfortable in that management position. And he's doing that for himself. It ain't the bills is not even that, because even if we lived in a world that wasn't about capitalism, I would still be a manager. Because that's like I can't be on the bottom. I can't do. I did it, and I will only do it if there's chance for growth very soon. Not me staying here for 2-3 years being a sales associate or a warehouse worker or whatnot.
Right.
No. I gotta be the district attorney. I can't just be a lawyer. And then there gotta be opportunity for me to be a judge. You know what I'm saying? I can't be just a flight attendant or something like that. I gotta be driving the plane eventually. You know what I'm saying? I can't be just a person on the boat. You know what I'm saying? No, I gotta be the captain.
He can't just write one little book. He got to write 7.
Yeah, so it's like with the man, he's always evolving.
Yep.
So, what?
Are you done with your thought? Because I just want to ask you a question about that same question that I asked. Do you think though, as men get older, like and in that long relationship of marriage or whatever, that they might cause it the testosterone dropping, they might feel insecure or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I was just
100%,
asking.
100%. My perspective, it's still.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's different type of people.
It's still simpish, or it's still beta. Now, when the woman is taking charge, specifically in the bedroom, she's heavy in her masculine. She's taking charge. She's leading. She could even be telling you what to do, like guiding you through it. Pull my hair, spank my ass, harder, this way, talking. You know what I'm saying? Guiding you. This is how we do it. Let's do this position. So even if she is in a submissive position, she's still like leading. You know what I'm saying? By telling the man what to do. I'm a technical beast, so I'm really getting into it. Other people would fly over their head. So, I can't wait to get into my experiences. I'm going to keep it PG because this is not Patreon. All right, I'm going to keep it PG. So, in that regard, if the woman feels comfortable doing that, something is psychologically wrong because there's a sexual dysfunction there.
If she tries to take charge in the bedroom?
Yeah, and is comfortable doing that.
Right, it's like second nature. She just does it.
Yes. So, you know what I'm saying?
What kind do you think?
Okay, so, and then I'm going to talk about my experiences.
I thought we were getting that. Okay.
So the byproduct of the woman doing that or women doing that, great. I gave up my power. I was vulnerable and it was taken advantage of. So now I need to be in control to feel sane. And revenge. Okay. Could be. All this is subconscious. She don't even aware, but she's just doing it out of that from that result. Great. Fucking, you didn't see a masculine and feminine dynamic in your household. You know what I'm saying? You kept attracting betas, and that's trauma too.
Yep, I was
They
about to say
forced you, or they put you in the masculine role. So now it is second nature for the woman. You know what I'm saying? Sexual abuse. And I don't really want to get into it because those are like Patreons and stuff like that. But those things as well.
Yep.
You trusted somebody. You didn't have no safe word or stuff of that nature because you're not familiar with BDSM. So they didn't respect your boundaries. They violated. So now there's a fear. It's all fear. That's the summary.
Yep.
So that fear, right? They talking right now. They talking. So that's why like it's getting intense. That fear is what is the byproduct of that is the woman now taking control. A woman that wants control over a man is not psychologically healthy. She's mentally ill.
Yeah.
She's emotionally ill. She's sexually ill. She's psychologically ill. You know what I'm saying? I said that.
Yeah, no, there's something wrong.
Spiritually ill.
Yeah.
So the feminine woman is not going to feel comfortable. Imagine it's time to get it in. She didn't talk about it because she's feminine. He didn't talk about it. And because he's a submissive guy. They don't know these terms.
Okay.
It's time to get it in. And she's just standing there in her mind. We're watching this movie. I would like for him to put his arm around me. I would like for him to suck on my titty. I would like for him to grab my thigh. Is he gonna make a move?
Just make a move. Right?
Because she's not comfortable doing that. She's not comfortable taking initiative at whatsoever.
Right.
So boom. Now, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work because eventually, they're both not moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in the regard of that working, that submissive guy gets with the dominant woman. So now I'm going to get into my experiences. This is how I knew these women that I dealt with. Remember, two of them. One was a Scorpio, one was a Taurus. The reason why I knew that they probably were like that before is because of their actions. So when it came time to do, right? Missionary position, both of them put their palm on my throat.
Like that?
Yeah, trying to squeeze. Erotic asphyxiation. Now, mind you, another guy could be into it. He let it fly over his head.
Right.
Me, when it first happened with the Scorpio, I said, when we were into it, I said, take that off. Boom. Then I pinned her hands above her head.
Okay.
Kept going. Now, she never did it again.
Okay.
Because after that, we had a conversation.
Okay.
After we did the do, we had a conversation. I said, why would you just initially do that? Did we talk about that? Did I give you permission for that? Like, why would you just, it's a natural reaction. I got lost in the moment.
Okay.
You done that before? Yes, she was honest.
Okay.
The Taurus, twice it happened. The first time, just second nature. Boom. I said, I pushed it away.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. Second time it happened, I'm like, I'm missionary, while I'm doing it, it's on me. I stop. I say, if you keep it, I'm gonna stop, put my pants on, and bounce. She stopped.
Wow.
Now that it happened again, we had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that same woman had a difficult time with doggy. See where I'm getting to?
Oh.
Clenching and stuff,
Yeah.
arch right, arch. See, because all of that is release. So your body's tempting, even your body's not submissive. So that sexual dysfunction right there is due to certain things
Trauma,
that probably happen.
yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So boom. So now I knew it. The intuitive Scorpio that I am put two and two together. So now, even the littlest things, I'm going to give you another scenario. I was younger. Those were not current situations, maybe a few years ago, 4 years ago, whatnot. Now, when I was younger, I'm in my 27.
Okay.
I dated this Cancer sign. Now, Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios, we all get along.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Water signs. Cancers are very emotional,
Okay.
but they freaks. Now, mind you, this woman that I dated was a chef.
Ooh.
She was Russian and Italian. Now, I work 5 days a week. The days I was off, we was hanging out. Every single time, and I had to check her on this. Every single time I walked through the door, she pushed me up against the wall trying to take my clothes off.
My goodness.
Yo, relax. I know what it is, but we haven't seen each other in a week. Let's sit down, watch a movie. Now, mind you, that's how a woman would think, right? That's how a woman would think. Because a dude would just be like, yo, let's get it in. No. Because the thing with me is you not moving when you moving and how you moving. We moving on my time and how I want. So yeah, I might be horny in that moment of seeing you, but nah, I'm not just coming in, getting it in. But there are situations where I could come in and get it in, depending on my mood. I walk in, push you up against the wall, da-da-da-da-da.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So it's like, with it being done beyond my control, it's a
turned you
problem.
off. Yeah, it turned you off. You didn't.
I'm a real one. I'm a real dom. So in that regard, and this was before I even knew myself in these terms. So we sitting on the couch, and she just touching on my muscles, like, take this off. I'm like, relax. Relax. We watch a movie real quick. Talk. Make me something to eat. So boom, like the couple times I talked to her, she stopped doing it. So I could see, because whenever we would sit on the couch, and whether she was coming over or I was going over there, her body was antsy. And I'm picking up on it because Scorpios are very observant. So I'm like, yo, she horny. In my mind, I'm like, yo, she horny. But we're not going to do it when she want to do it. Like, I'm going to initiate.
Oh, you're so mean.
So I'm like, in this moment, I'm like, yo, we connecting. Because at the end of the day, in order for me to give you the beast, I got to be emotionally there too. So the savage come out, which is counterintuitive, right, to the male nature. Because most of the savage come out during aggression. He don't have to like her. He might hate her. Me, I'm the opposite. I can't really engage if I don't like her, if I hate her. So in order for you to get the beast, it got to be like, yo, talk to me nice, baby. Be submissive. Do the things outside of the bedroom. Cook, clean, this and that. Don't argue. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, do no masculine things. Like pushing me up against the wall, trying to choke me and stuff like that.
Or make the first move even.
Yeah. So in that regard, like, I had to let her know, you know, how I am and what I like, you know, and how we should move forward. And I used to tell her all the time, like, because, you know, this is back to me, like, taking things away. If this is done this way, I ain't coming in here as often. Or we ain't seeing each other as often. You know what I'm saying?
She
Because
ain't like that, huh?
Yeah, so this is a way of getting the woman in check. Because I'm thinking like she's used to that. But this was 27-year-old not aware. Just knowing what I didn't like and what I liked.
You were 27-year-old.
Yeah. So now 38, I'm looking at it like, boom, we doing it, missionary, whatnot, and you doing that to me? Oh, you used to that. So then the woman told me one time, well, I joked some dudes in bed. They'll never tell you that. Oh, yeah, because at the end of the day, even if he's alpha, height, whatever it is, six-pack money, and he letting you do that, he's beta. Still. Because it's all around alpha. It's a fact. Controlling all aspects. And this ain't this part ain't my opinion.
No, that's true.
So it's like you can't say it's just like a dude, like it could work for the woman, but it can't for the dude. Pause. I see his print. Let me grab those, and still go back and say I'm straight. No, just like a bisexual guy. No, you gay. The woman, on the other hand, could be like, ooh, biggest titties in the group. Slap her ass. She could go back and be straight.
That's true.
You see, so the dude that's like, oh, I like you watching other dudes. I like to hear about it, and I like other dudes. I like to see it. The dude that's stick something back there. The dude that's will dominate me, tie me up, blah 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 blah. The dude that likes the dominatrix, he can't really go back and just be like alpha and I'm a real man and I'm dominant and high levels of testosterone. No.
Right.
No way. High levels of testosterone, men take control. That's the man's valuable asset. And that translates into all of that stuff. Penetration, intensity, taking charge, control, decision making, analytical thinking. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, like, it's so hard, but knowing yourself, a lot of people just let it slide. So they wouldn't mind the woman doing that as a man. They wouldn't mind the woman doing that. The hoe's highly intermasculine. She's most likely to take initiative during sex. The OnlyFans, highly intermasculine. She's most likely gonna take initiative during sex. Think about it. Think about it. A woman that can't pause with that. A woman that can't climax while she's on the bottom or doggy, but can do it while she's on top, masculine.
That makes sense.
Well, take notes, people.
Yeah. That's
You see that?
One, yeah.
So it's like, at the end of the day, because she's using her body to masturbate, she's not like letting go and just getting off from that.
Right.
So there's something that's holding her from like letting go. It's her mind. Her mind's probably bothered. Like,
Her mind's racing.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's thinking about the next move. She's thinking about the impact. Whatever it is, she's not submissive sexually.
Yeah. That's awful when you have something stuck in your mind and you're in that situation. Jesus.
Yeah, so
happens.
these things are important too.
Yeah.
That's why most of the time, those guys that it's like, well, the broke but the good D, he's most likely dominating there.
In the bedroom.
100%, because good D's associated with work.
Yeah.
This is a fact.
He's putting it down.
That shit is a fact.
He could get the Capri Suns.
It's associated with work.
Yeah.
It ain't just the woman just right, because she could do that with the toy. Place it there. Maybe it's a suction cup joint and just ride that shit. Put it in the bathtub tiles on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just giving a visual. Like, that shit. That's the same thing. She's using that to masturbate.
Yeah.
It's not real.
No.
It's not real because she's just playing. She's doing that shit at home. But with you, why you not dominating? Because you ain't a man.
I've even seen movies where the girl's like, just shh. While she's on top, she's like telling him, don't talk. I'm trying to finish over here.
Yeah, so
funny.
even the woman talking, telling you what to, like, I had a woman who liked to talk shit, and I'll gag you, like, mouth cover, like you know what I'm saying? But she was all cool with that. It was consensual. Right. But I'm just saying, like, she was just used to, do this harder. But all of that is masculine.
So you don't like when girls talk?
I would say, and I've said this in shows already, right? Past seasons. Only thing I want to hear is when you get in there. That kind of rhyme.
You're a poet.
Only thing I want to hear is when you're getting there, but not in that specific context. Yes. Like actually telling me that, Daddy, yeah,
I'm arriving.
Yeah. so in that regard, that's it. You can moan, yell as loud as you want, and all that, but I don't want to hear nothing. Pull my head, because I'm a Scorpio. I'm gonna do the opposite. You're telling me what to do. You're telling me what to do, and I'm so aware. Even though I'm aroused, I'm paying attention, like driving of the car. You could sleep, but I gotta make sure I'm aware of things. Cars approaching and whatnot to get us to our next destination. That last 20 seconds, 30 seconds, I could really let go, shut my eyes and get it in. Once you bust a few times. But in that moment, I'm observing, so I'm also listening, I'm also studying, I'm also watching. So when I'm hearing, it's slowly turning me off. And it's crazy to say that, right?
That's crazy, yeah. Because
a dude could just be into it and just no matter what she's saying, what she want to do, maybe stick a thumb back there, and he still keep going. Me, whoa, what you doing? Now I stop. Now I was in the rhythm. I was in the stroke rhythm. What you doing? Didn't we talk about this? You keep it up. I'm gonna stop.
Putting it in the guy. No.
Keep it up. I'm gonna stop.
You meant the guy putting it in there.
You don't know these chicks out here.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Chicks be talking about eating,
Lord,
toasting salads and stuff. I ain't into that, but you don't know. Yeah. I'm not judging nobody. Everybody got their own. I'm not in it. I'm not into it. But everybody's, has their own fetishes and kinks.
Yeah.
And they're entitled to that.
Be careful. Yeah.
It's just, to me, I look at it like, well, discipline, what's the problem if the woman wants to do that and the man allows it? It's not a problem. The thing is, I'm talking about knowledge of self. It's not a problem. Just understand you got a beta. You good with that? As long as you good with that, that's fine. I'm good with it too. But understand you got a beta. I knowing this that you told me, especially if I know him, I don't want him out here walking around thinking he this and that and the shit, because I'm gonna call his card then. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, in that regard, it's like, yeah, it's the private setting, no cameras. That's the place where we could be the most vulnerable with each other. But it's a problem when you're doing that. That's the number one, two things. So yeah, maybe at first, well, what's wrong with it? You got a beta. Now, the biggest issue is she's getting used to that. So now she's gonna, outside of the bedroom, when you get into certain arguments, yo, trust me, that's gonna come about.
She's gonna bring it.
And why is she even getting into an argument with you? Because she's allowed to do that. See how the littlest things turn big? Oh, he let me stick something back there, so I know he's a bitch. So I'm gonna just yell. I'm gonna just call him a bitch. I'm gonna do this when I'm mad. But understand, if you dominating in that aspect and you really good with it, no, I don't want you going out. Ain't no but that. Okay. I want this nail color. Why'd you pick out the nail color and not tell me? You know the rules. No, now I'm choosing blue. Now I'm choosing purple. I'm choosing colors that you're unaware of, because your job is to please me, not yourself.
Wow.
You see, in that regard, she gonna do it. She gonna do it, and she gonna pay for her own nails. I ain't even gotta push out bread for that. Why? Why can that work? Why can that work?
Because you set the standards.
Yeah, and I do what I do. And I don't need to talk about what I do, but I do what I do.
You gotta pay
so
attention,
in the
people.
woman's mind, he's a real man in all aspects. And it's very, very little. Like, I barely gotta make decisions. So you gotta understand the component or the environment where the man is supposed to take charge the most, and she's doing it. She's not just building an ego. She's not just building resentment. She is not aware of herself too now.
Yeah.
She's confused.
But then so is he, if he's not checking her.
Yeah.
See how we dissect things, people?
So, why do men really like ass? What do you think?
Well,
So,
I think, my son Gabe, he says that he's more of an ass man than a breast man, because of the cushiony.
okay. So, me, when I'm looking at it, if I see a nice one, trust me, I'm going to look. I ain't going to do it with my lady. That's disrespectful. Behind her back, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's disrespectful doing it. Or like, take a quick look, but I ain't fucking traumatized. Like, I ain't in a trance.
Right, you're not staring.
You know what I'm saying? She might point it out before me. So boom, right? When I'm looking at that, I'm thinking of doggy
Automatically?
automatically. When I'm looking at that. Now, why do most men like ass? Are they thinking of the same thing? Because if you look up research says 99% of the favorite position for men is that doggy. 99% of the view,
Oh, the
like
view
the
of it.
view.
Not the feeling?
99% of women, it's a toss up, right? Because most women have said I liked missionary, because it's kind of like you're being dominated, right? So if you look this up, about 95% to 98% of women are submissive sexually or in the bedroom, right? So that's probably why they say it. They're unaware. They just say it subconsciously. It's quick reaction. But the G spot, right, that is up, doggy. You see what I'm saying? So the women like it, 99%. The men, the view, 99%. So
But
the
not the feeling?
view for men, maybe the feeling, but think about it though. You gotta think about it. Like, it's the view. It's the view, because there could be so many different positions that feel better. Because I'm trying to get into the whole concept of why men like it.
Okay.
Because it's
They
like
what they look
what
at.
can you do with it? For me, I'm looking at it like smack it, bite it, do things, whatever it is, caress it, worship it, stuff of that nature, right? Really get into it. Most men, you think they're doing that? No. It's the aesthetics. It's the look. I won't fuck with a BBL. I won't fuck with the shots because I'm scared. I'm like, damn, this shit probably mad hard. You see what I'm saying? I never dated, but I could just assume because I'm like, shit don't jiggle when it walk. It's shit straight like, damn. It could be hitting the board. Could be hitting the board. So I'm just like thinking in depth, like, shit, aesthetically it might look nice, but when I finally get it within my close proximity and then actually engaging there, it might not be as
Pleasing.
like rainbows. Grass might not really be greener on the other side because I'm looking at it on this side.
Yeah.
Now I'm finally on the other side. I'm like, damn, I thought the grass was greener. It's not.
It's like that balloon popped for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's the aesthetics. For example, you getting a nut off of it. But most men don't appreciate the female anatomy. Every inch, every curve, every part of her. It's a rhetorical question. The answers are no. These men don't appreciate this stuff. Like, are they aware of the female anatomy? No, because that's only for pleasers. The work they're willing to put in, the time to study, the patience, and how it makes them feel to completely dominate a woman in her entirety. That's what it takes. Most men are selfish in that regard.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it is what it is for that. So for me, it's like, well, they don't really like it. It's more of the aesthetics. It's more of, well, maybe I'll get a nut. Maybe it will be the better sex. You know what I'm saying? They're not really aware. They're not going to do everything with it. Just like the woman's breast. Like, what are you going to do with it?
With a woman's breast?
Yeah, slap it, suck on nibbles, whatever. Like, what are you going to do with it? A lot of men are just, well, the aesthetics looks nice. But they're not going to do a lot of things. Like, it comes down to the real dominant pleasurers or the real sexual doms to really love every inch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. And most men are not in this category. So really the question, why do men really like ass? Because there are some women that like a man's ass. Oh, he got an ass. But why?
Probably for the, like you said,
Same
for the
reasons?
aesthetics, yeah. Because really, with a man and a woman, even if a man does have a nice ass, the most a woman is gonna do maybe is slap it. That's it. There's nothing more that we're gonna do with it.
Masculine.
But you know what I'm saying.
That's masculine.
Right, but that's about all that they're gonna do. They're not gonna, I mean, I don't think they would bite them.
It's masculine.
and all
Imagine walking into the kitchen and your wife slap your ass.
It's crazy.
Like, good job last night. Boom. That's masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to be aware of this. This part of knowing who you are. You know, even in the little aspects. Some men don't mind or even enjoy the masculine woman in the bedroom, or a woman turning her masculine up there. Do you get what turning her masculine up in the bed means?
Yes.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of like went through that and elaborated.
Is when she's trying to take control, take the power.
Yeah.
Yes. Making the first move, telling him what to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that sits well with the woman if she's more experienced than him in bed?
I think some women might think that's
So
like
let
a
me
selling
correct.
point.
Yeah, let me correct you. Masculine women.
Yes, correct. Masculine women. Yes.
Yeah, because like we were going
Yeah.
through this segment earlier, the feminine woman romanticizes everything. She's like so like kind of silly a little bit. She's, oh, look at this flower, puts it in her hair. She's very gentle, very soft. In order for you to to have more experience and turning your masculine up in there, you got to be rough. You got to be aggressive, assertive.
Yeah. And how do you get aggressive and serious? Toxicity and trauma.
Trauma, yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense, though.
So do you think it sits well with the woman? No. The
shouldn't.
masculine woman probably,
Yes.
but not the feminine woman.
Right.
So now
Correct.
we there's a distinction. Now we differentiate because we're saying broad women, which I believe is divine. Now we break it down.
Exactly.
So the masculine woman, like you said, created from trauma, she's out of her nature, wounded. She's not in her nature. The feminine woman's in her nature. She's more healthy, healed. You know, so the feminine woman that has more, she's not going to have more experience.
No, which is why she waits
Yeah.
for the signals and for him to start. Yeah.
The masculine woman's going to have more experience.
Yep. And unfortunately-
and with that more experience, you're going to be more confident there. You're going to talk about your sexual, I could suck your soul. Probably the second date. Men have told me this. Never had complaints.
Yep.
You see, the masculine woman will boast now. You see what I'm saying? The feminine woman is not gonna, even if she is good at giving head, she's gonna retain that because she's gonna be thinking, damn, this is not appropriate. Like, I don't want him to value me for that.
Right.
Versus the masculine woman that's like, I could keep him with that.
Yes.
What I'm saying, I could keep him with that.
That's
So if he
good.
know I'm the best at head, like, he always gonna come to me.
Yep.
And he keep fucking me, so he must like me. She gonna build her confidence off that, masculine.
Yeah.
The feminine woman is not gonna, like,
She's not gonna want that.
yeah, she's not gonna want that. She's not gonna take pride in being your best lover. Like, that's crazy. Maybe she's gonna take pride in being your best cook you ever had. Yeah, I was the most submissive. Yeah, so what about her guiding him? We talked about this earlier. Her, like, pull my hair, spank me harder, choke me harder, put me in this position, put me in that position, etc. Like, does that sit well with her? Like, what is that? Is it back to the masculine woman again, or?
I think that it definitely is a masculine trait. So a woman that's in her masculinity more will do that, and I can see why it's tempting for a woman to do that because
Go ahead.
you find that person, you're gonna, you're getting into it, you like them. Do you really want to start over? And now you have to find somebody else and go through the whole thing, or do you want to talk to him about it? And then maybe that can get fixed, and then I don't have to go and find somebody else. So I can see where the temptation is, but and also I think it depends on the men that they're with, because you can tell your partner's energy if he's going to be receptive to you bringing something up or not.
You're right. So I want to expound on that.
Expound away.
The way the man looks
Huh?
could be his voice. Now he's touching her emotions, building sexual tension. The way he looks, maybe muscles, tattoos, height, whatever, right? Maybe a skin color, melanin, white skin, whatever. Maybe a race, ethnicity, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitian, Jamaican, right? All of these things can build sexual tension. Now, the major component is control. The feminine woman controls. Yes, she has these desires. I would love to jump on him, but that's not my character.
Controls herself.
I'm going to wait for maybe he'll get the hint. I'll send him choosing signs that I want it, but I won't. The masculine woman will jump on you. Damn, girl, talking to a friend. The things I would do to him. The things I would do to him. Look at deep bass in his voice. Imagine if that was on my clip.
Oh my
The thing, I would sit on his face. That's masculine too. Sitting on your face. I'm telling you, this is very important for us to get into these aspects.
Yeah.
Because every time you give your woman like an inch, she takes a mile. So if you're like, well, she don't lead in any aspect, but when we get into the bedroom, she gonna feel like she over you in some regard. This powerful guy, I got him on his knees. I control him with this, so I could always use head. Oh, I don't have to take accountability. Yeah, baby, I fucked up, but putting her in a ponytail. I got you tonight. Oh yeah, let's go. He's giddy. Let's go. It's silly for the pussy. Let's go. Like a little kid.
I love
It's
your
silly
phrases.
for the pussy. Oh man, yeah, let's go right now. I love when you do that thing. You do that thing you do. You see what I'm saying?
Yep,
that's
true.
control too.
Yep. And so many women know that too.
Yes. So how can the woman? We had this on a Patreon, so I don't want to really go in depth. But one question: how can the woman bring a powerful man to his knees, metaphorically? It's easy.
With sex.
Yes. And if it's not the act, it's her beauty, it's her talents, it's her verbiage. I could do this to you. I could do that to you. The powerful governor. Oh yeah, can't wait. Getting all giddy now. He changing. All that raw alpha now change. Oh yeah, let's go. Getting all giddy, goofy for the pussy. Because he let that control him. He's horny. He can't control his emotions. So he don't engage because he want to, and he's controlling that. He engaged because he can't control himself.
Because he probably don't get it like that.
Yeah.
Or from a
He's
beautiful
weak.
girl. Yeah.
He's weak spiritually. Even if he looks strong physically and it has like these external, attributes that validate him, even in society. He's weak.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So, in this regard, the woman should not have any control, anything, because at the end of the day, a woman, I don't care what type of woman you are, go back to episode 5, Good Girls, Bad Boys, season 1. I said this. A woman wants the gentleman, like Wall Street guy, but has the construction man dick, or the hood gentleman. The gentleman with hood dick. Women want that.
Yeah.
So regardless, that is testosterone. Regardless, that is power. Regardless, that is penetration, metaphorically, literally, figuratively. That is you leading. And every woman like a man to take charge. So if you're in that regard and it's like, well, what you gonna do or whatever it is, that's slowly turning her off. Now, if she's used to that, like the masculine woman, and she's horny herself, she will just take charge to get her rocks off. So she'll be on top while she's using his dick to masturbate while choking him. Now she will say things to her friend. Yeah, I fucked him last night. You know that's masculine too. When a woman says, I fucked him, technically speaking, a woman can't fuck a man.
Sure.
Even if she's on top riding him. She getting fucked because he has the hole. He's the penetrator. Literally, figuratively, metaphorically, whatever you want to say. God, don't have the argument with me. Don't have the debate with me. Talk to Mother Nature, and Mother Nature works for God. God is a man. So he built this. He built us like this. The woman has a monthly cycle every 28 days. Menstrual cycle every 28 days.
Right.
They get pregnant. Men can spread their seed. Biologically, gender roles are intact. So regardless, it's like, no, that's masculine when the woman says that. Submissive is, girl, he fucked the shit out of me last night. He dominated me. That's like a woman also saying that, damn, I can't wait to get home to fuck you. You got to get out of that mindset because that might be the woman that can't come.
Oh.
Because she's thinking
good,
words are powerful.
Yeah.
So now she's thinking, damn, I can't wait. She's indirectly saying, I can't wait to dominate you. Versus, I can't wait to get home for you to fuck me or dominate me. Because that mindset is going to play into all her cells like I am the best. You going to be that. So when you say he's dominating me, he's doing this, I can't wait for him to fuck me, dominate me, blow my back out. That's when your woman is like waiting. I'm waiting. Versus the woman say, I can't wait to fuck you and dominate you because now she gonna be taking initiative. You gonna be doing doggy and she backing it up on you. Masculine still. Stay still. Stay still. I'm tying you up, wrist to your ankles, all that. Blindfold. Stay still. I'm telling you, there are tips to making the woman submissive in bed. Most men let it fly over their head because they're horny in the moment.
Yep.
They want to get it in.
Yep.
So they all this shit fly over their head.
They're not even paying attention.
They're not
to
even
that
paying
shit.
attention.
They're like, just, I want to get a nut. And how often does that? He nuts and she doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that could be that, like I said, that
Yep.
masculine shit.
Yep.
So it's even the things that we say we got to be careful for.
That's definitely.
It's so weird to me when women say that, and it's subconscious. They know it's not real, but they'll just, yeah, I fucked them last night, girl. Oh, how was it? It's subconscious, right? It's subconscious, right? It's so weird, right?
See, if a girlfriend of mine asked me that, I would have been like, "You pegged them." That's what I would have thought.
You see?
That's how I would have thought.
But did you always think like that? Or when you started doing the podcast, you changed your mindset?
I would never have said, "Oh, I fucked them last night." Never.
Okay.
But I've had girls tell me, "Oh, I fucked my man last night," and I might not have verbalized it, but I always thought, did she like strap on or something?
Yeah, because I'm a technical beast.
Yeah.
So I'm like building an image. Like when a woman says that, I'm thinking, damn, okay, like you use something like a strap.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, I was riding him and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So he just stood there.
It's awful.
But wait a minute, you're indirectly saying you got a dick.
Mentally.
You see what I'm saying? So in a way, it's like, no, that's also a feminist mentality.
Yeah.
And where's the feminist created from?
Where?
Trauma.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the trauma makes her masculine. See how it all ties in? So
Yep.
most likely the feminist is gonna be doing this.
Yeah.
The masculine women, they're in direct correlation with each other.
Yeah, the feminist and the masculine woman.
Yeah. So me, I don't let the woman get away with it. My woman or women, I don't let them get away with it. You know what I'm saying? You can make suggestions on where we're going to eat, but I make the final decision. We ain't having sex when you want, cause you just got off your period and that's the most you're horniest. I'm working all day. Let me make this money first. You gotta be patient. Because the feminine woman ain't gonna be like, well, he ain't giving me attention right now. Let me go get it from another man. She could ask permission to touch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because she giving me that. So I got power, even though it's between her legs. She could ask permission. I'll give her permission. She been good all week. Okay, you could do that and you could release too. But because I can't do that for the moment. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you like being deprived of that. Or that could be stress. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't sleep.
Can't sleep. Like, I don't want you to be deprived. So I'm still like gonna.
You're such a good guy.
You know, so, but at the end of the day, it's all about, for me, control. So even though people don't want to talk about this, oh, that's not love, whatever it is, control is very much present in the relationship dynamic. Even if it's non-heterosexual, 2 women, 2 guys. That's why they call women like one of them studs, the more masculine. Like it's not too feminine.
Right.
It doesn't work. 2 guys, it's not too feminine. One's in more of his masculine and
Right.
feminine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's into that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the paradox that we're in, but also knowing yourself and your energy. Like you, what are you? Dominant or submissive? Are you 24/7? Are you part-time? Do you switch this up? All these things are great questions
Yeah.
to ask when you're getting to know your counterpart and
Definitely.
building.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm telling you, sex could be a make or break for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is so perfect. And then
But
when
the
you
sex
get there, it's
sucks.
like, damn. And then the woman will think, well, the feminine woman, right? She'll be like, we'll work on it a couple of more times because there's a lot more good things that
Right.
outweigh that. It's just that maybe he was tired. Maybe something was going. We'll
Right.
work on it. She'll be willing to work on it. The masculine woman, not so much, man. She might cheat.
She'd definitely cheat. If the guy is paying all the bills and everything else, but he sucks in that aspect,
Yeah.
the masculine woman will stay and just find somebody to work that little part out.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this
And she might
Go ahead.
write it down.
Yep.
She might also eviscerate you verbally. Like she might retain it and do what you were saying, or she might say, "Damn, before I do that, let's talk about it." But she doesn't know how to articulate like in a submissive way. So she's aggressive. Like, why can't you do? What's going on? Is it another woman? Is it another woman? Like, she gonna go in on him,
Right.
eviscerate him, make him feel really, really tiny, and he could be 6'4".
Like emasculate.
Emasculate him, yes. You know, so it comes down to that. But what were you gonna say?
So you said that the feminine woman, the submissive woman, will be like, well, let's give it a go a couple more times. He might be tired. He might be, just not whatever. Now, let's say because she's feminine and she wants to work on it because he has all these other redeeming qualities, but it's not getting better. She still doesn't because she's a feminine and she doesn't want to just leave him. They have such a great connection.
She suffers. She stays and suffers.
And not say anything.
Like,
is there a way for a woman to bring it up without bringing it up? Does that make sense? Like, for the women that are out there, they're like, what the fuck?
The feminine woman might go to alternatives.
Like
you
what?
get what I'm saying? So I'm going to expound. Toys. Hey, what do you think about this? I'm thinking about like bringing toys in the bedroom. What do you think? She's always gonna ask. She's not gonna be like, "Oh, I went to the store," and that's the masculine.
Be like, surprise! Look what I got.
She's gonna ask. Because remember, like you said, that might be important for her, and she's trying to work it out.
Right.
How can I build this spark? Because he's a good man.
Right.
And I need this, but that is just lacking. Is it me? Like she might get a little insecure, but then she asks questions.
Okay.
She's not gonna retain that information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dated both type of women, right? So I could talk about the masculine, I could talk about the traditional, the modern, the feminine.
Like, how would you have one? But how would you maybe coach? A woman comes to you, a feminine woman. She needs coaching advice. How would you get her? What would you tell her? Just to suffer?
No. This is before she goes to help. She might seek out a sex therapist. She
for just herself,
them.
not include. But that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't that be a masculine trait for her to just seek out for sex?
No, she would ask him first. What do you think about going to a couple retreat? The sex therapist, this and that. What do you think about whatever marriage counseling? Okay. Now, here's the thing: if they were asking me specifically, right, I'm gonna tell her to articulate first.
Talk with him.
I'm gonna find out what type of guy he is, because I need, like, when I, just like anything I do. So like as a dominant, I also incorporate this in business and stuff like that. So I get all the information first before I jump to conclusions and assume or whatever. So I'm asking an array of questions prior to, okay, so you gave me the gif of how he is to a T. Then you gave me the info on how you are to a T. So I'm looking at it, are they compatible?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Past, were you like this in the past, girl? Or is this, you're trying to be now feminine now? Because in the past, you were more taking control. So I'm going to get that information. No, I was always feminine. I always was submissive in the bedroom. This is actually the first time I'm in a situation where this has happened. But he's a good man.
Right.
Now I'm learning him.
So you can't just say what you would say because you have to tailor it to, like,
yeah, if she's coming to me solo, I'm going to tell her first go to him and talk about it. If he's stubborn with it, see if he will come to me and you both come to me and we could talk as a group, because I do couple as well. So boom, if he's still stubborn with that, no, why you going to, probably saw my page, gets insecure. Oh, you following this guy? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You into this stuff? I didn't know you was. You see what I'm saying? So maybe he doesn't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help her in the regards of communication. Because the only other way would be like, okay, if he's unwilling, ask him if you could play with yourself. Because maybe you want to please him. Maybe in regards to that, because you a feminine woman, you submissive. So in that regard, if he nothing and you ain't, you still pleasing him. His nut is more priority than yours. But at the end of the day, you could still get yours and play blah, blah, after or whatever the next day. Ask him if that's appropriate. See where he's at. Now, they can't be all of these solutions that is no. They gotta be yes in something. There has to be
hopefully for her.
Now, mind you, if it's no in everything, damn, how important is that? Do you think about doing that when you're 60 and 70?
Having sex?
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask her that because I'm gonna ask, is the way he is more prominent for? Do you want your sons to model him? Is he a good role model? Is he gonna secure your future? Is that more because the thing is, the grass may not be greener on the other side. You might get with a man who doesn't provide that, but that only that great aspect.
Right. Yeah.
And now you get to that age where you're like, damn, it's not that important. I really want the protection. I really want the conversations. I really want this. But you got to also understand too, because that's a contradiction. If you are arousing her mind, if you are arousing her emotionally, you're gonna get it there. Like she's gonna
open up all over.
Yeah, she's gonna all over. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, right? So there's a lot of things lacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So final thoughts.
Final thoughts on should a woman tell a man what to do in the bedroom or at all? I think, like I said in my opening, it's if she, in the perfect world, and if she chooses correctly, if she vets properly, then no, because she wouldn't want to, she wouldn't need to, and she wouldn't even think about doing it because she has chosen the person that she trusts completely wholeheartedly. So there would be no reason for it.
I'm gonna help out the ladies real quick to make it subjective. If I get with the woman and she's telling me straight off the bat that she will not relinquish control because she's like a dominatrix in the closet, very dominant woman, especially in the bedroom, I'm running. Peace. Nice to know you. Good luck on your search. Good luck with your future endeavors. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, it's paramount to get all this out in the open before you even get into a relationship. Go on dates. So this question should be third, fourth date.
Yeah, I agree.
Fourth, fifth date, perhaps. Depending how everybody wants to move, depending on how they want to move, right? They want to move slow, fast. I would never encourage sleeping together on the first date. You know, but this is all about knowing yourself. So if you bring up the conversation of, well, dominant, submissive, bedroom, whatever, how are you like this, king's fetishes, because you're getting comfortable with them. So it's like, especially if you're adults, we're not fucking 13, 12 in middle school, we adults. This is adult conversations. So now you asking him adult conversations. How do you like to have sex? How do you now? If he's like, well, nah, I like to go with the flow. I'm very laid back. I actually like the woman to take initiative. I like to lay back and be spoiled. That should be a red flag for the woman in regards to that. But like I said, it depends on if he's doing everything else great outside.
Yep.
You know, it's a double whammy. I don't really think that men that are doing everything else and taking control there is also relaxed in the bedroom. I don't.
Yeah, no.
It's not.
If they're going to take control, they're taking control everywhere.
Yeah, it's not fathomably possible. Like, you're going to see a lot of laziness outside of the bedroom, too. So it's not fathomably possible where you could see that he's doing everything, providing, protecting, leading, teaching, intense, passionate. Even when he kisses you, passionate, affection. He go out in public, grabbing your ass, whatever, holding your hand. Like, all of these things are prerequisites the woman pays attention to. If he's not doing those things, those are also indicators that
like red flags.
Yeah, that he's like lazy in bed too.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe a lot of women don't know that.
Yeah, could be.
You know, so in regards to this, should the woman tell the man what to do in the bedroom at all? No. Not sometimes, not oh let's switch roles like a bottom and top dynamic in the BDSM. No, when we get in there now we transform. You confuse the woman. Remember, the woman builds an identity in the relationship dynamic. Like I said, when these betas have put these women in the masculine role for so long, this is why they're struggling.
Yeah.
Because it's second nature. You want to put your woman in the feminine role constantly, even in bed. Don't let her get away with the slightest thing. The slightest thing. It should be, even when you're in the moment, how do you want me? Why are you automatically getting on your knees when I walk through the door? Did I text you those instructions before I got there? My arms are folded like this. oh, no. Like, why are you just doing instinctive stuff? Maybe I want to talk before we do that. Might not be true, right? I'm fucking with her head. Maybe I want to talk before we do that. Why would you think I would? You understand what I'm saying? Don't let her get away with the little things, because when you're putting her in the submissive position always, you're going to build a 24/7 sub.
Because that's how she knows to be with you.
Yes. When you're putting her in the masculine position always outside of the bedroom, inside, she's fucked up. And especially for the next guy if it doesn't work. So that's why she feels, that's why she has the audacity and she feels comfortable to disrespect you. To your face, behind your back, all that. Verbally, psychologically, visually. She's looking at dudes on Instagram shirtless, liking the pictures. You could see her name. You went on your Explore. God put it in front of you. Oh shit! Well, I see her name on the likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking from experience, but I'm just saying, like, social media, you gonna get caught easy. What? Whoa, shirtless. Like, she cheating visually too. Like, why would she feel that? Because there's something lacking there in the bed. So she's craving. She's craving. She's a horny lioness. She's craving it. So she's like looking, because at the end of the day, when you're doing that well and everything else, but that mostly, she don't got eyes for nobody else.
That's true.
Her eyes are not wandering.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? She not going to Drake concerts, LL Cool J concerts. That's wild to me. With her girls? No, she's not doing that, because she look at you higher than Drake. She look at you higher than Kendrick Lamar. She look at you higher than LL Cool J, 50 Cent, whoever.
What I was gonna say is, also, if that same girl that her man is putting her in a masculine role all the time, you know, if she has girlfriends that their boyfriends are the masculine one, that's also going to be like, well, what the fuck? How come I have, like, her boyfriend does all this stuff for her? Why do I have to do it? How come she, you know, he just makes the decisions and I have to, you know.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point, because
that happens.
most women compare. Most women compare because they want to know if they're going through the same shit. Girl, this happened to me. I need to know if you're going through the same shit. How's your man? Has he ever done this? Oh, no.
Not my man.
Not my man. That's weird, girl.
He's the girl like, what?
That's weird. Like, so he put you in that position? He told you to eat his ass? Did you do it? Nah, I didn't do it. That made me feel uncomfortable. Like, I was stuck. I really liked the guy, but I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I'm not into that. And we didn't really talk about that. It was in the moment. What you do, girl? I changed the subject. I just was like, can we do this position? Now she's like, how do I handle this next time? Shit, girl. I don't know. My man and I don't
do that.
He would never do that. I ain't even into that. Do you see what I'm saying? Me, personally, if she's asking me, tell him.
Yeah.
Boundaries, limits.
Yes.
This is a boundary for me. No disrespect. I like you. I'm not shaming you for that, or I'm thinking you're weird. No, I'm not into that. So if it's cool, we don't ever do that. Please don't even mention that to me.
I remember back in the days when, you know, having those conversations, you know, going on dates or whatever. And I would say straight up, my mouth goes nowhere near somebody else's ass. That's an exit. That is not an entry. And that is, you could get hepatitis C from fecal matter, health reasons.
Yeah. But Yeah, I mean, I just think it's submissive. It's weird if the woman is doing that to the man, for me, subjectively, but it's also submissive. You know, because most likely he's gonna be in a submissive position when she's doing it. If he's laying on his back, his legs is
Yeah,
up,
weird.
submissive. He gonna be doggy. How is she doing that?
I don't know.
Bending over?
Is he
It's
bent
all of these
over?
things. I named 3 submissive positions.
Awful.
If he's on his back, he got his legs up, submissive. Doggy, submissive, bent over. How's she doing that? Standing up?
Is she sitting and he's
He's
standing? I don't
yeah.
even know. I
It's,
don't even
it's
want to
still
think about
submissive.
it. Yeah.
So you're putting the woman in a role for her to be, don't even lay on your back and let her give a head. Get on your knees. I'm above you, literally.
Don't the guy get on his back or the girl get on her back?
The man,
Ah, I got you. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
have her upside down. I'm sharing secrets here.
Guys.
You know what I'm saying? But
Write
at
it
the
down.
at the end of the day, it comes down to, and this is not just the bedroom thing, but in every aspect, don't give her the wheel of the car. You give her the wheel of the car, most likely she's going to drive the car off a cliff. You see what I'm saying? So God created the man to lead. He created the woman to follow, to be a helpmate. God did not create the woman to lead, especially in the relationship dynamic. So if you're putting her in leadership roles, especially in your relationship dynamic, you are fighting God's law. Nothing good comes from that. Because even if you're both horny at the time and it's great, yeah, y'all both nutted, she gonna feel like she got shit on you. So she's gonna feel like, damn, once again, I could disrespect him because I do this. Shit, if his boys knew that he likes this, you know what I'm saying? If my girls knew, like, it's always something. And the woman by nature was always trying to get powerful men to submit to them in some form.
Yes.
By nature. That's why the woman knows how to manipulate better. This is how they were
How
able
seduce.
to get away from the saber-toothed tigers back in the day. Manipulation, yes, seduce. And the seduction comes in many forms. Makeup, it comes in the way they dress, how they flirt, the winks, the shaking of the ass, the twerking,
How they
the
smell.
provocative photos, how, yes, it comes in
that.
all forms. Oh, I can do this to you. I can do that. So it's like, it comes down to that. The woman does not feel comfortable being in control. She loves to feel powerful in her femininity. She does not love to feel powerful in her masculinity. I guarantee you, because that same masculine woman who was dominating dudes back in the day meets someone like me, and I'm like, push her on the thing, whatever, erotic asphyxiation, you know, slapping it, turning it, whatever. She's gonna be like, wow, wowzer, wowzer, my goodness. And she gonna just be attached to me, and it's gonna scare her a little bit because, wait a minute, I was doing this, but she's gonna see something different. That is gonna keep her from, if she was cheating, from cheating.
Yep. That's
Because
true.
she's gonna see that, wait a minute, like there was an imbalance, and now there's a balance subconsciously, and slowly she gonna start to get back into her femininity, even the slightest things. And I've said this on shows prior, because the God dominant dick, you want something to eat? Damn, I thought you said you don't feed niggas in the past. Oh, for you I will. She's getting in her femininity. Why? Because
wants
of
to
all
please you.
that. But because of all that I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm showing her I'm leading outside and inside of the bedroom.
Yep.
So now I'm slowly getting her back into her femininity. Oh, I actually love this. I love serving. Never realized it. You see, so it's like the more betas the masculine woman meets, the more she gonna stay stuck in a hole of masculinity.
Yeah. Like stuck in her old ways.
The more dominance, the more gods, kings, alphas she meets, healthy, she gonna get there. It might be a struggle, but if there's both see longevity and she's willing to adjust, she will.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only way it's gonna happen. She gotta be willing.
I agree.
So yeah, don't put her in the position, and the woman don't want to be in the position. She might lie and say she wants to because she getting validation from you. So that's why she might do it. She thinks, oh, if this is pleasing him, I just love that, because women live for the validation of men. So that's why,
especially their men.
But I'm telling you right now, if she sees what I could do, knowing what you did, she gonna change. She's gonna be like, it's like you never had filet mignon before. All you had was cheeseburger. Then now you finally taste it. Your taste buds are different.
Yeah, they change forever.
Whoa, wait a minute. No. I can't ever go back to cheeseburger. Not doing cheeseburger anymore. So if this doesn't work out, I gotta find filet mignon again. Because of the way it made me feel. Operative word. The way it made me feel.
Yeah, definitely.
And the woman's always operating on emotions. So that's what it comes down to. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned into one of the most raw, uncut, unapologetic, real, intense, and passionate Discipline Therapy podcast. Educational. Peace.